Good morning. Oh, I need to get the keyboard and switch to chat so I can read what is being said. How's everyone this morning? Yeah, Dargon says just in time. Yeah, you just made it in time. Steven is probably putting jam on toast or something. Winter Diesel says, still cold. Today's the last day of the winter storm warning. I hope that gets over for you guys soon. Liquid light speed is boiling water. Yeah. I am concerned about Texas. What are you most excited about for the Direct? Mario Golf, I think, is my favorite thing. I thought the Splatoon 3 announcement was really cool. But I'm not a Splatoon player, but I thought it was cool. Will says, Iris has accepted my return. Awesome. Hi.
Hi. I got the toast.
Good job.
We got a lot of bread, so I was like, this morning I really need to eat. I really need to eat the toast.
Here you go.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
Well, since it's my money and I need it now.
Oh, goodness.
Well, so the IRS accepted the tax return for him.
Oh, that's good. I mean, honestly, like, that's how I feel every year, too. I'm just like, I mean, I don't know how, I don't know what the steps are for if they wouldn't, though. All I know is that, you know,
they don't call you.
They don't call me.
They're not supposed to call you. The IRS never calls. Unless you're already in contact with someone specific.
Oh, okay.
But if there is some sort of problem or something, they always send a letter.
Well, I, like, anytime, like we do taxes every year.
Yeah.
I just look at the bank account and wait for them to cash the check. Once they cash the check, I'm like, okay, everything must be fine, I guess. All right. Sachi says, we blurred to anybody else? I don't think so. I mean, also, I can look at this, right? Yeah, that's normal. Yeah, probably pretty normal. Is everyone staying,
Warm?
Warm? Because I know that we talked a lot about that on,
My dad's down in Florida, and I pulled up my weather this morning, and the weather on my app is here, there, Minnesota, where Carly is, and then where my dad and Rhonda normally are, that's not Florida. And I took a screenshot, and we're like in the 40s, and like it's obviously cold in Wisconsin and Minnesota, and like it's above 70 down in Florida.
Yeah, I saw a heat map of the U.S. and like the left side, the West Coast and the East Coast are relatively warm. The middle is just like blue and purple, and then there's Florida. The only place in the entire U.S. is like, we're warm. It's like 80 degrees. Yeah, hopefully everyone's staying as warm as possible. I know the storm is supposed to be. It's supposed to be getting warm on Friday, which is tomorrow. So tomorrow is the start of the return to not awfulville. Took me a long time to get around there. Of course, the bigger problem is like any damage that was done, because there's gonna need to be stuff that's repaired, burst pipes. And then that's just like on a residential level, like on an individual level, let alone individual cities dealing with whatever happens. So there's going to be a process. So hope everyone stays well. We got big old milk bomb, 10 gift subs from Tired Psychopomp. I appreciate that. Where'd these go? T3 Beastmock, Chrono Crash, Deluxe 02, Edupax, Deep Dragon, Regareth, Seismic Lawns, that's a good name, Steve Wonder 30, Ipiro Cario, and Jay Linebeck. Thank you, Tired Psychopath. That was a good way to start off this morning. Should probably read some of the other alerts too. But first,
there's Kippy.
First, I need to take a bite of this. Well, it still potentially has a little crunch left in it.
I don't think it does.
I think the jam permeated.
Or the humidity from the warm bread against the plate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. There's kind of a puddle on the plate.
What time did he try waking you up this morning? Because I heard him, like, trying to knock your glasses on the floor.
Yeah.
And I flipped over, and he came over to me and just purred very loudly in my ear.
I remember that happening. I remember that happening and thinking, don't move, because then he'll
know you're awake.
He'll really start moving. But I also remember thinking I really, really had to pee. But based on the light in the room, I was like, there's no way that I have more than just 20 or 30 minutes left anyway. So I was like, I'm just gonna lay here. So yeah, it was right before the alarm went off, basically.
Yeah. He happy now.
Of course, he's always good once there's a lap. Yeah, I should have probably. What I should have done is I should have left this in the toaster for an extra like 2 minutes, not heated, but like just to cool. But I put it straight to the plate, and it got soft on the other side. Now that I've seen this, I can't unsee this.
Yeah, that happens.
I know, but I don't think about it. Now that I know that there's a bread wet spot on my plate, it really created that much moisture.
Uh-huh.
Because I took it like immediately out and put it on there. Decoy choice is bread sweat. Yes! That's what this is. This is bread sweat. I should have let it cool down for just like even a few seconds. Would have made a difference. And now I got bread sweat on my plate. Gosh darn it. Anyway, it's fine. I'm gonna finish this piece though now before I do anything else, because I don't want to put it back into the sweat. What are y'all eating this morning? Something other than bread or toast. Buffalo wings was not an answer I was expecting. Scrambled eggs and avocado sounds great. Spaghetti sauce. Cocoa Pebbles, okay. Barbecue chicken. Princess, it's not morning everywhere. Correct. Correct. Although, some people are just going to eat whatever leftover they had for breakfast. So, having buffalo wings for breakfast that's a little unusual, but would I do it? I mean, I would still do it. A prawn sandwich. Yeah, I just need to get through the bread. There's a million other things that I'd like to consume, but
bread needs to be.
We have a excess of bread, bread excess, if you will.
How about you just eat your bread? Pyrofire says naan bread repurposed into pizza. I can read non.
Yeah.
It is early.
You read that and I was like...
I had a lot of awful dreams last night and I kept waking up.
You had a bunch of nightmares?
Yeah. One, I told you this one already, but one had like a scorpion and it was above the bed and I was not happy.
Oh, you said there was a...
But when I looked at it, it looked like a shrimp.
If it looked like a shrimp, then how did you know it was a scorpion?
My brain said scorpion and I looked at it, I was like, wow, that scorpion looks like a shrimp. And it was, a shrimp.
So instead of your
Awake
brain...
Mal is like, yeah, that's a shrimp, but Asleep Mal was like, that is a scorpion.
Was it a shrimp like a...
It did not have a head. It was like a boiled shrimp cocktail shrimp. Like a big one.
So it wasn't even like... It was food.
Yeah.
And your brain was like, a scorpion.
Yeah.
Man, you would hate Red Lobster.
There was also spiders. There was a lot of spiders.
That doesn't sound pleasant.
I also had a dream that we went to Lowe's Foods and absolutely no one had a mask on. And my mask did not have ear loops or ties, and I was just freaking out for some reason. Just like screaming at people in the store.
Did you have to... You didn't have to... You just had to hold it?
Yeah. It had wires all the way around, and I was trying to like bend it to mold in my face, but it kept slipping off.
Were you in a Saw movie?
And we never go to Lowe's Foods, so I was like, this is weird.
I'm sorry about your bad dreams. The other night I had a collection of just like really bizarre dreams. Mm-hmm. And I remember waking up in the middle of the night and thinking that was a bizarre dream. And then going back to sleep, waking up in the morning and being like, that was another bizarre dream, but then not recalling.
Yeah.
One of those things that you know, for the first second after you wake up, you're like, whoa. And then 5 seconds later, you're like, I have no recollection of the dream. Sometimes they stick with you, but not the other day. It helps if you write them down, but I haven't been writing them down in a long time.
Yeah.
The problem is it wakes you up. And I don't want to wake you. You might be dreaming about scorpions.
Maybe.
I should just let that happen. Alright, one more bite. And then I'll read the other things.
Good. My fingers are very cold too. Carly was in the scorpion dream. And I was like, will you get it? And she's like, no. You get it. And I was like, I can't sleep. And she's like, get it. I'm not gonna get it.
This sounds real. Carly says no.
Carly, you know how you're so matter of fact? Carly was just like, go to sleep. And I was like, Carly, I can't.
Didn't you tell me? Mal was telling me about this dream downstairs a little bit. Didn't you tell me there was a bell?
Oh, like a school bell, like the old-fashioned just school bell on a wall. It was on that.
So in the dream, we kept a school bell above the bed.
Yeah.
But that was where the scorpions were.
It was like built into the wall, like it was part of the...
Dreams are bizarre.
Yeah.
They really are. Often no rhyme or reason. Although if you start like thinking hard about it, sometimes you can detect where like your brain was getting it. When you were talking about spiders, the fact there were spiders, part of the direct yesterday, there was that scene with the spiders that you even commented on, so
yeah.
I wonder if that stuck with you.
Maybe.
Possible. Alright, let's read a few things. 9 months from the Petrus 14. Sorry it's been so long since I've sent a subscription notification. Annalie is now almost 4 months old. Time is flying. She's trying to crawl and laughs like no other. Also, Steven, have you seen anything on Starlink? So, like 2 inches from the TV, I actually have the Nintendo Switch Starlink box. It's sitting right next to the TV. I haven't played it, but it was sent into mail, so I own it. It's something that I'd like to play around with at some point just because I always really, really loved Star Fox. I can't speak for Starlink, but the Star Fox part of it is really interesting to me. Just because, like, I like Star Fox. I bought Star Fox 64 the day it came out. I was super excited for it, and it has a really special place in my heart. And it's now, I guess, probably one of the lesser popular Nintendo IPs. Maybe not as low as like F-Zero, but you know, it's not as popular as some other things. I hope that they make another like proper Star Fox game at some point. But I also need to actually play like the GameCube ones and stuff because I never did. 28 months from Harm NTG. 21 months from Halberdier V2. 29 months from Coffee Cats. 16 months from Comic Queen. Good morning, everyone. I'm getting my wisdom teeth taken out tomorrow. I've never been put under before, and I'm terrified. Any words of encouragement would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Love y'all. So the good part of being put under is that it really is instant. Like,
yeah,
there, you know, count backwards from 10. You get to 7, and then it's over. That's it. Like, that's the best part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that you have no recollection of it. You know, I think being put under is a little scary for folks.
Yeah.
Because there's a level of like uncertainty, but it's extremely safe. It's been studied, you know, to hell and back. Like, we know so much about it. The bigger thing would be just after they're taken out, like the taking care of.
Yeah, I'd say that was the worst part for me.
Yeah.
I recommend ice cream to everyone who gets their wisdom teeth out because that was the best thing to eat because of the cold for me. Yeah. I just ate vanilla ice cream, and then I had to go back to college like the next day. It was like winter break. I had mine out, and there was an ice cream machine in the cafeteria, and I had a lot of ice cream. But just follow their care guides. Do not use a straw.
Yeah, that was. I've never had my wisdom teeth taken out, but that's like the big thing that Mao has told me over the years. Is like, for the wisdom teeth, was like, do not use a straw.
See, I had a reaction to Vicodin. I had never been on Vicodin before.
Yeah.
And it made me nauseous, and I could not keep anything down.
Yeah.
That was my problem.
Yeah, of all of the things that are involved in that, I would say that fearing going under that'll be the easiest part.
In the end, yeah.
In the end, that'll be the easiest part.
Leading up to it is like,
I was
worried about that part too.
Yeah. But I've been put under twice now?
Twice now.
And it's really weird. But it's not a bad weird. It's just weird. The first time was not great.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with the anesthesia. The anesthesia was fine. It was the doctor. Hey, all right, and we're gonna find out why it burns when you pee. And then as I'm going under, I'm like, that's never been a problem. A little horrifying as you're going under to be like, they don't know why they're doing this. It's fine. 25 months from Kazuyumi. Appreciate it. 29 months from Phantom SVT. Good news, I have a new job starting April 1st. Thanks for all the vibes. Now I just need to get a place with running water since power just came back on. Well, power being back on is good.
Yeah.
And having a new job April 1st is also good.
Congratulations.
I just have to get that running water back. I know that we talked to Tom last night, who's also in Texas, said that the water pressure has been really low.
Yeah.
And they're also advising them to boil water if they need to, use the water. But slowly but surely, gonna get back to normal. 3 bits from Aunt Dawn says, good afternoon from relatively warm Sweden, only 28 degrees here. I mean, that is relatively warm.
Yeah.
Can't argue with that. For Sweden especially, that's relatively warm. 9 months from Mimic Man. After much time, I have finally had my baby. Problem is that my baby's a cat. What shall be his name? Walter. Walter's a good, strong cat name.
I assume Walter meows like meow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm of the firm belief that giving animals normal, like, human names can be very fun. That we watched a video the other day of a dog named Steven, and that's just very fun to me. See, I've known several dogs named Bill, and like, it's such a great name for a dog, like Bill. Oh, woof. Bill, come on over here. Oh, woof. There's all sorts of options. 21 months from Argyle Dude. Morning, everyone. I usually just lurk, but I really needed some good vibes this morning. Texas weather has been rough on my family, and I got super unlucky and caught the stomach virus, which kept me up all night. Hope everyone is doing well.
Good vibes.
Yeah, certainly good vibes. Again, being in the central part of the U.S. at all right now is not great. Texas especially. And stomach viruses aren't fun. The only solace in stomach virus is that every time you go to the bathroom, that's one less time you're in the bathroom. And that's the only thing that's the only thing I can tell myself whenever I have an issue like that. I'm like, well, at least it's going away. 300 bits from Aldo. I'm glad that Mario Golf is taking inspiration from truly great games like Golf with Your Friends. Yeah, that's I mean, Mario Golf, I like Mario Golf anyway, but that mode specifically, I was like, man, I want to play.
Yeah.
I want to play that mode.
Me too.
Golf with your Marios. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it would be great if there was a Mario Golf mode that supported 8 people.
Yeah.
But it's probably not going to happen. It's probably going to be 4-player. So yeah, maybe at some point we'll get a chance to try that. 10 months from Mayor Rails. Good morning, grandparents. I completely didn't prepare for the snowstorm that's happening right now, so I guess I'm going to eat a lot of eggs for the next few days. Oops.
There's lots of ways you can prepare eggs.
There really is. You can keep eggs interesting. There's, gosh, I don't know that there's a food that is quite as versatile as eggs. Poach them. Because you haven't poached eggs in forever. Probably. I haven't poached eggs in forever.
Uh-huh.
Because why would I poach eggs? There's other
ways to make
There's
them.
other easier ways to make eggs. Oh, I was having a conversation, I think it was with Jeff on a Saturday evening.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about the ostrich egg. Because I had mentioned that on Disco Only, and we were talking about ostrich egg. And he was like, you should get an ostrich egg and poach it. And we were talking about, like, the size of a pot that you would need.
Yeah.
In order to poach an ostrich egg. And, like, that would be pretty neat. I've seen quite a few videos of people cooking ostrich eggs. I've never seen any of them poach an ostrich egg. And
you could just scramble it though.
Yes, but no one in the world has ever poached an ostrich egg, and that's why it must be done. Renee says that's one way to start the egg sweats. Vagabond says, at what point do you just get a kiddie pool?
He just says, please don't poach it.
I mean, the thing is you have to heat it up, so the kiddie pool would probably melt. You'd have to get like something other than the ones they sell for $9 at Walmart.
What are they called? When I worked at the organic cafe in college, we had them. It was like a big kettle for cooking soups. And it had like a big thing to tilt out the soup. It has a name.
It's just a really big kettle?
Yeah.
Huh.
Not a wok, it was deep, like...
For a minute, I was like, a wok would work, and then I was like, no, it wouldn't. It's a big egg. A cauldron. Ooh, I don't care what this thing is.
That's kind of what our thing looked like. It was kind of like a cauldron.
I don't care what it's actually called. It should be called a cauldron. Oh, man. You get so many bonus witch points if you poach an ostrich egg in a cauldron. Because witches enjoy breakfast too, probably.
I guess a hot tub could poach an ostrich egg.
I mean...
I don't think you're wrong, but I hate it.
There is an element of, like, will we ever get the egg out of the tub? Anyway, all I'm saying is that at some point I would like to order and consume an ostrich egg.
I think Xenochef Blue might have the right name. I need to check.
And, like, I don't know that I would poach it because it seems like a lot of effort, but I want to do it just because I haven't seen it done.
They said steam kettle, and that looks like it, but these all have like pressure lids. It didn't have a pressure lid on it, but they kind of looked like that.
It's basically, essentially, just a really big pot.
But see, they like tilt out, and you like can pour the soup into pans, like the deep.
Anyway, 7 months from Speedlunky. He says, hey grandparents, my sleep is messed up again because I got up real early, 4 a.m. Eastern, to watch another Hololive concert, but it was so worth it. As long as it was worth it.
Yeah.
You know, there's going to be times in your life where things do not happen at the moment you want them to happen. As long as it's okay at the end, you're like, yeah, I don't regret this. And you can fix your sleep schedule relatively quickly. We got 11 months from Charlemagne 25. 30 bits from Adrian says, laptop update. Bad news, fan has gone from angry to non-responsive. Good news, replacement's on the way, should be an easy fix. I still get some good vibes since this is my first laptop DIY repair. Yeah, good vibes.
Good vibes. Make sure you ground yourself. Touch metal somewhere else before you touch it.
Yeah, I mean, as someone that's very recently been dealing with static, now I'm super frightened of, you know, all
static.
Of that.
Mm-hmm.
So... touch metal. Touch metal. That's my that's my my only recommendation. 30 bits from my Chocobo. Steven, do you have a favorite number? 3. 3. That's always been my favorite number. I don't know why. Yours is 8, right?
Yeah.
Aw, 8 is like if you take a 3 and then you complete it. And you complete me. Look at that. Look at that, what I did. That was almost sort of sweet. Almost.
There was a show I liked in the 90s, and someone had pointed out in the show that 8 was infinity upright, and then it became my favorite number.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, that's cool.
You're wrong. You've done that before. Do you realize that every Valentine's? Yep. I guess. If I had a nickel for every time I had an epiphany of information that I've previously espoused or realized, I would have multiple nickels. There's a lot of times where I'm like, hey, look at this! And I don't know if Mao either has also forgotten, or...
just nods.
Or, yeah, if you're just like, oh, he's realizing it for the first time again, and I should just let him enjoy this.
Yep.
Thank you for letting me enjoy things.
Most of the time.
Thanks. 10 months from Maris Art, who says, good morning. Good morning. 3 months from Bellringer25. Hey, 3 months. I've been watching you since the start of your Breath of the Wild journey. It's also my birthday today. Well, happy birthday. And I hope you've been enjoying Breath of the Wild.
You've also gotten to watch Steven's hair grow.
Yeah. Yeah. Breath of the Wild was a pretty good start. It was in June. I already had a few months, but at that point, it wasn't like this. So now it's really going.
Have a good birthday.
It's hard to believe that we're much closer to the end of the game now than the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, that'll happen after 32 2 weeks of playing the game, but it's a work in progress.
Renee says, new episode, let's watch Steven's hair grow. What we should have done is, like, you should have, like, directly stared at the camera every week and, like, had a spot where you're directly looking at the camera to take a screenshot and, like, overlay them all. Just watch your hair.
I mean, that, you can still do that.
I know, someone could do that. They could go back through, like, breakfast streams from February.
Breakfast stream is better because breakfast stream is at least twice a week.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could take something from every breakfast stream and then center it in Photoshop or whatever, so it's all around the same thing, and then just and you could see the hair grow. I might do that. Shoot. It's a good idea.
I can hear Chaz from here.
Wow. We all have little projects.
How far away? Are they 8 hours away? From 8 hours away, I can hear Chaz being like, no.
It's fine. 30 bits from Anne. She says, my 3-year-old school was on a 2-hour delay today, so he watched your Nintendo Direct. As soon as he woke up this morning, when he got to Splatoon 3, he ran into the kitchen screaming, Mama, Mama, Spanoon Thee! I love that. It's exciting to see. I mean, so it's exciting because people my age are also, you know, into video games. But I think there's something extra special about seeing kids. I mean, get excited about anything, but especially like video games because that's something I also enjoy. So, it's cool that gaming spans generations. So I love stories like that. I really wanted, like, whenever that trailer started, I really wanted it to be like they went in a completely different direction. Because you know, we know that it takes place like after the humans are gone.
Yeah.
And there's that shot with the Eiffel Tower upside down, and I was like, that would be great.
I was getting Fallout vibes.
Yeah, and
I was like,
that's probably why I like it so much.
That would be interesting.
It would be really cool if that was if one of the things is that there's an exploration mode where you're actually getting a chance to see more of like the Earth destroyed.
Yeah.
That's the sort of thing that I really like. So. Also, certainly Splatoon 3 is going to have a battle royale.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that, but like.
I mean, they could still do both in one game.
Yeah. It's not that they would be changing the formula, but like I think one of the big things that makes a sequel is adding game modes for a game like this, and I don't think that the battle royale would be unprecedented. They could find a way to make it work.
Yeah.
In with the tagging element of, because that's what makes Splatoon is that you've got like I always compared it to Tony Hawk. There's a multiplayer mode in Tony Hawk where you do tricks on objects, and by the end of the game, the landscape's just painted with different colors. That's what Splatoon has always reminded me of, which might be kind of bizarre, but that's what I think of. Graffiti, yes. Thank you, Decoy Troy. Graffiti mode. So, I have a lot of ideas about Splatoon. Can't wait to share my Splatoon ideas from someone who does not actively play Splatoon. 30 bits from Azelle with an E. Scorpions and spiders sounds like the Direct influenced your dream.
Was there scorpions in the Direct?
There was monsters.
Yeah.
There was definitely spiders.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really think that was probably it.
Were there shrimp in the Direct?
Krusty Sean.
Someone in Discord was posting pictures of Krusty Sean. Maybe that was it.
I was posting about Krusty Sean. This is the other day I made that thumbnail for Memorable Moments. There was only one comment that was like, "Oh, good Terminator 2 reference." And like
there was a scorpion and Skyward Sword.
I was really hoping that more people would be like, that's a Terminator 2 reference, and I don't think that many people got it as I wanted. I literally took the thumbnail from the film and then edited it from there so it would be. It's fine. It's fine. Tuna Boy says, we thought that was implied. We didn't know you wanted acknowledgement. For what it's worth, it works. It works in reverse, too. Because there's a lot of times where we're doing Let's Plays, and we'll see something on screen, and we'll be like, you know, we won't say it, but we get it. And then we'll get so many comments that are like, they didn't understand the thing. And it's like, well, we did. We don't feel like we have to verbally acknowledge every single thing. So yeah, it goes both ways. 300 bits from Shy. He says, my favorite meme to rise from the direct is just salt, iron. Unironically, though, a spiritual successor to Octopath sounds like something I'd be interested in. Now, that's the one that has the demo, right?
I think so.
Project Triangle?
Yeah.
Project Triangle Strategy.
Yes, that was it.
When it first came up, I didn't see the strategy part. Like, my brain only half saw it, and I thought it was Triangle Strangely. I ended up cutting that part out of the React, so that there's no context for that. But when it came up, I was like, I was looking at something else, and then it went to the next section, and I was like, was that Project Triangle Strangely? And I was like, I don't know. And then it came back, and I was like, oh, strategy. It makes more sense. So, yeah, I would love to. I'd love to try that demo. Here's a good question. For folks that played the demo already, how long is the demo? Asking for a friend. The friend is me. Just relevant information for my life today. Because it looks like it would be long. So far, no one has
an answer for you.
An answer. I don't know. Has anyone played the demo? Maybe not. Okay, well, if we get an answer... we'll come back to it. But, you didn't finish it yet. I mean, that's an answer in and of itself. Everyone who played it is... Yeah. Oh, Okay. It looks long and complicated. Okay. I'm thinking about covering it, so we'll see. For demo Fridays. Armor Frog gifted a sub to Tabercat to Carly. Thank you, Frog. Appreciate that. Skit Scott gifted a sub to Endorikai. Let's say Endorikai. Got it. 300 bits from Icy Patterns. Morning, grandparents. Ever have one of those awful dreams where you wake up in the dream, and you wake up in the dream, and you wake up in the dream, and when you are finally awake, it takes a bit before you're sure you're awake? Not that many. Not that deep.
Maybe twice.
I've never been Leo DiCaprio levels of deep into a dream. But like one level, yes. Mm-hmm. There's definitely been times where I've woken up in a dream and being like, haha, what? And then realized that things are still not right, and then woke up in a real life, but not like 3 levels deep. Although now I would love to, just because that sounds bizarre. Although I think if you have too many of those, you probably develop trust issues with the world.
Yeah.
Where you're always like, how do I know I'm not actually dreaming? 5 months from Quill in the Stars. 5 months, that's halfway there on my Twitch, baby. How exciting. I was just accepted into the 3rd college I applied to last night. Good vibes and good luck to everyone else applying. Nice. Congrats on that. Also nice to have options. Just to...
Sorry, things have changed. They said that they applied last night and they were accepted. It was like 2 months before I knew. Because I had to get a letter in the mail.
Yeah, it also probably depends on, like, different factors.
Time of year, maybe, because everyone's applying for fall semester, probably.
Yeah.
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 Man, I remember having to pay for my application and being like, I don't have a credit card. And then, like, trying to figure out how to do that because, like, I was applying online.
Man. When I think too hard about...
Also, scroll up for a second, just a little bit.
when I think too hard about...
It's a little bit more right there. Oh, you didn't apply last night. You applied in January. Okay.
Okay, that makes more sense then. I mean, but there's probably some instances in which you could get a response immediately.
Yeah.
It would just depend. OMAC. Is paying for college applications normal in the U.S.? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, for all of our international viewers, we have a different system. And, like, I get it a little bit. I get it a little bit just because, you know, they're paying people to, like, review the stuff. That being said, it can be a lot of money. I don't remember what my application was, but I'm fairly certain it was several $100s.
I feel like mine was under 100, but I only applied to one school, and then I got in the one school I wanted, and then I didn't apply anywhere else.
Like, I don't know for certain, so I'm worried to just give out the numbers. So if you're truly interested, you should really Google it. But I would say probably like $250, I believe, was like for the application for SCAD. Which is really really a pain when you think about how you're only getting started on paying immense amounts of money to that school. That's just the beginning of the journey. Yeah, anyway. It's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's fine. 30 bits from Andrew in the kitchen. If we're sharing odd dreams, I was woken up by a dream where Paint Chipper was dressed up in a Buzz Lightyear costume and used it to scare people. The dream took place like a fly-on-the-wall perspective, and then from the window, and Buzz appeared behind the person, almost like a horror movie. All this camera talk must be making me dream like a movie director. So why Buzz? Why this angle? How about the clown?
Coffee.
I mean, it's interesting to have... personally, I think it's interesting to have a dream where your perspective is so distinct.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times I feel like when I have dreams, I'm not thinking about it in terms of, like, composition. I'm thinking about it just in terms of the story elements that happen. Does that make sense? Where when I recall a dream, it's not like these people were standing here in profile, you know, it's just the events that occurred.
Okay.
So the fact that you actually had a dream where it was a fly-on-the-wall perspective is really interesting to me because I don't really feel like I have that happen. Gallagher says, I watch dreams for the plot. I mean, yes, like that's when I think back on things that have happened, that's how I experience them. Now I really want to have a dream where I have like Dutch angles. How cool would that be? Very bits from Shy. I got my wisdom teeth taken out in college at the start of Christmas break. I woke up and went, I can walk. I couldn't. My mom got me a McFlurry, but I couldn't move my mouth fully to eat it, and I just started bawling. Anesthesia, man.
It affects everyone differently.
Yeah.
I woke up in like a recliner chair, like a easy chair.
Yeah.
And then they wanted me to take a wheelchair out to the car, and I was like, no, and they were like, yes. And they took me out to the car, and then I hopped in my dad's truck, and it was high to get in there. Like, I had to climb up.
Yeah.
And I was fine. I kind of just woke up, and I was fine. I was all there. I remember that.
I actually was just having a conversation with Mal about this. The second time I had anesthesia is the one that everyone knows about because after the first time, I told Mal, I was like, you have to film this. Because Mal was telling me the first time I had anesthesia how funny I was. And I was like, well, then film it. I was like, no matter what, no matter who's in the room, it doesn't matter. You take the camera. When I come back out, you film it if it was as funny as you say it was. But the first time, the one that we didn't really get on camera, my recollection of that is so weird and spotty. I remember... the weird thing is that there's parts missing, which is I've never been drunk, so I assume that if you get like blackout drunk, that this is the way it feels, where parts of the evening are missing, because I remember going under. The next part I remember is I remember being in the bathroom with you, and you being like, you need to get your pants on, like you were trying to help me, and I remember that.
For some reason, they decided I was going to help you. Even though there were like 3 nurses around who were capable, and and you're 6.5 feet tall.
Well, I guess they thought it was more appropriate for you to be the one helping put my pants on than just some random nurse. So I remember being like in
a bathroom.
I remember being in a bathroom and Mal being there and being like, "Put your pants on," and being like, "Huh?" and then nothing. And then
there wasn't much between then and your next memory, so.
And then I remember being in the car, and suddenly I'm in the car and I'm vlogging, and like that was weird. There
wasn't a whole lot of time between those two.
It's not like so the first time was spotty. Like it wasn't as if, oh, I came to and then I was good. It was like I came to and there was a little information and then nothing and then information again. And I vaguely remember making the nurses laugh.
Oh, you were making all the nurses laugh.
But I don't know if I actually remember that or if you were telling me and then I inserted it into my memories. But I just, that makes sense because I always want to just make...
Yeah, you were.
I try to make people as comfortable as possible, so making them laugh is a good way to do that. Anyway, anesthesia is great. Hopefully that makes it a more fun experience and not a scary experience. 300 bits from Jay Lineback. People make fun of the Salt Iron War and Project Triangle strategy, but over in Malaysia where I live, we had the tin wars where they fought over tin. Real talk, it was mainly due to corporate greed and racism, but hey, wars don't need imaginative names anyway. I actually prefer when they have just normal names because it helps you remember the war, the reason for the war. So calling it Tin Wars is a good, easy way of being like, oh, it was for tin. Also, you guys probably hear the rain we're getting. Probably not going to have a driveway meeting today.
No.
Probably not going to happen. It's supposed to rain a lot today. Yeah. There's a lot of water happening. 30 bits from Ice Chocobo. Okay, now, what are the Seattle Mud Crabs team colors? Oh, absolutely, like, blue, like, kind of like this.
Yeah.
Kind of like this
like
blue.
Like a dark teal.
And then also like a gray, like a
so the Seahawk colors?
Like a medium gray, and then also brown. Yes, am I just the Seahawk colors, but then brown also. Yes. 30 bits from Musey. He says, can I get some good vibes this morning? I have a job interview in fast food against my own wishes due to lack of hours at my main job. Good vibes for not just the interview, but that things get better this year for other personal stresses and worries. Thanks, everyone. Good vibes to all who need some as well. Yeah, good vibes. Good vibes. Chat certainly got your back, and then also I think there's definitely some level of solidarity for folks that have been put in very similar situations over the past 12 months, so certainly good vibes sent your way. 7 months from CD Chow says, happy to join the stream for breakfast. Welcome. Glad you're here. 30 bits from Queen Chai says, please say this in Jepsen fashion. Pyra and Smash! Hashtag save Pyra. I can't do it justice like Josh can. He was very excited about Banjo. Read the Nintendo Painter gifted sub to Decoy Troy. Thank you, Reed. 19 months from Icy Patterns. Wow, 19 months. Thanks, grandparents. I'm pretty sure Splatoon 3 is supposed to be after a further apocalypse since the world's supposed to be flooded in the first 2 Splatoons, and it seems awfully dry. Also, one of the hair tentacle things being severed and bandaged. Okay. See, again, I've never played any of the Splatoon games.
Yeah.
Other than the brief first 20 that I did with Emil on the very first game. But, like, the the story and the lore and all of that stuff is like the most interesting to me, but that's probably not that unusual because I combed through Fallout reading every piece of information that I could. So that sort of stuff is the stuff I really like. 500 bits from Anzuni. Remember when I said last time it snowed, I said I was sick of it. Yeah, same is still true for me in New York. Sorry. Yeah, snow be falling in the U.S. There's not a whole lot you can do.
They're getting ice in North Carolina today.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of North Carolina.
There's been so many times in the last few weeks, they keep saying snow is going to show up here.
Yeah.
It has not showed up yet, but they keep...
It keeps showing up in the forecast 10 days out, and that's too far to call.
It continues to be possible, it's just not happening at the right...
Yeah.
By the time, yeah, it's 10 days away, and then by the time we get there, it's like, okay, it's not actually happening. I'm not terribly worried because, I mean, if we had snow, it would be extremely brief.
Yeah.
But,
and the days are warm enough to melt anything.
Yeah. So, I don't know. There's still a chance, obviously, that we could get some, but it's, I mean, at this point, we are halfway through February, so yeah. we don't have too much longer, and then we're not going to have, there won't be a chance for that. 300 bits from Azel with a knee. Answering your one vlog, if you're only working out one way without variety, you're going to get a slight opposite effect. Since most of your exercise is leg-based, walks and DDR, it's not changing up, making you tired. Adding back in Ring Fit could be helpful. I mean, my big thing now is that I don't exercise a whole lot. I know that I show DDR in the vlog, but I'm showing DDR in the vlog like when I do DDR. So I'm exercising like...
It's been too cold to walk.
I'm exercising like twice a week. Mm-hmm. You should probably do it more often than that, but I don't have the time, unfortunately, to do a little more often than that. So hopefully I could, you know, add something back in, but right now it's probably just going to continue to be DDR for the foreseeable future. I did like Ring Fit, though.
Yeah.
I did like Ring Fit. I mean, I never actually played Ring Fit. I played, you know, kid at the arcade that hasn't put the quarter in. Because I had a fake...
I mean, you could play Ring Fit. It's just not what I'm playing.
Yeah. It was fun to play with you, though.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. 1,000 bits from Tired Psychopomp, who says, when I got my wisdom teeth out, when I came to afterwards, I was deeply concerned that I had bitten someone while I was out. Then we went to Walmart to get pudding, and I was devastated that they were out of butterscotch pudding. I can see that the anesthesia would make you more emotionally concerned about pudding. I can believe that. It definitely heightens a lot of your feelings about things. It's fine. Everyone knows that, you know, after anesthesia, you're not exactly yourself. It's just a little changing. Brandon says we should all be more emotionally invested in pudding, honestly.
There's a banana pudding that you can get at the store. Mm-hmm. It's like banana and then like meringue in the little cup. That's my favorite.
I've never seen that.
I've gotten it in the last year.
You have?
Mm-hmm. I got it like in May or April.
How is that different from just banana pudding?
There's like a meringue.
Maybe I don't pay attention to it because I wouldn't eat it.
No, you wouldn't.
That's not for me.
It's not as good as like Southern banana pudding.
Sure.
But it's good.
With vanilla wafers.
Yeah.
We got 11 months from Toon, who says, hello grandparents. I'm at my baking school, so I can't stay for long, but my cakes are improving. My teacher finally trusts me to do cake orders. I also got my old job back. So I gotta ask, what improvements have y'all seen in yourselves in the past 12 months?
Congratulations on getting your job back and your cakes.
Yeah, congrats first off for that. Improvements in the last year.
Since playing DDR, I feel like I have more stamina. Like, as every time I played, I feel like I can not get as winded and tired.
So, I guess my answer would be I've made a lot of progress on catching up the old timeline in the past 12 months. Certainly more than I did in 2019. Like in 2019, I did not release very many 2018 vlogs. But then the last 12 months, I have, and that has felt really good. And then also, I finished Fallout too. So like that's an improvement. That's not really like a self-improvement, I guess. But it kind of is.
Yeah.
It clears my head more. I feel more alert or something. Things seem less dire. Yeah, it's some sort of improvement. It's reducing my stress for sure. So
yeah.
It's not the same as yours.
No.
Yours is a better answer, but I don't know that I've changed too much. I don't think so. I got better at making eggs.
Yeah. You've been doing more cooking this year. But also, like...
Well, we've been doing more cooking this year.
We've had to. So, you've just done some of it, so I'm not doing all of it.
Yeah. And I mean, I always cooked.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah.
Now that
we've eaten at home for every single meal, yeah, I'm cooking more. But I've always enjoyed cooking. It's always been fun.
Yeah.
I just really like being in the kitchen with Mal. Like, I think
if we're both, like, doing jobs in the kitchen, like dishes or both cooking.
It doesn't feel like it takes very long.
Yeah.
Like, the idea of, like, oh, we have to cook is kind of a pain, but if we're both in the kitchen, it goes, like, really fast. It's really easy. So... And it doesn't even have to be that we're both doing cooking stuff, as long as we're both in the kitchen. So there's times where, like, Mal will be making something and I'll just be, like, cleaning. I'll do dishes or something.
Coffee!
As long as we're both in the kitchen, the time moves very quickly.
Yeah. Or you're cooking and I'm washing the big pans.
Sometimes in the mornings...
I do all the hand washing, Steven does all the dishwasher stuff. So...
sometimes in the mornings, on the weekends, we'll get up and we'll do eggs. So, a lot of times, Mal will get up and she'll go sit on the couch, and then we'll play music on the TV, and then I'll just make eggs in the kitchen, and it's a recurring thing, and it's one of my favorite things each week. Is like either Saturday or Sunday, we'll wake up, listen to music for 20 minutes while I'm making breakfast, and then sit down and eat breakfast. I don't know. We don't get to do that specific thing, but once or twice a week on the weekends, but it's nice.
Yeah.
It's good. 30 bits from Ryan, who says, okay, Steven, which of these teams is fake? Seattle Krakens, Edmonton Oilers, Ottawa Senators, Hartford Yard Goats.
Fake?
I think the Oilers are real. I think the Senators are real?
Yeah, I think so too. I think the Hartford Yard Goats are fake.
Is the Seattle Kraken a real team?
I think so.
Alright. I'm gonna go with Kraken because Mal's choosing Yard Goats. Seattle Kraken. Spoiler, they're all real.
Coffee!
The game was rigged from the start. 30 bits from Retro Elm. Hey, grandparents, it's my birthday. What better way to start the day than breakfast stream? After the Bowser's Fury stream on Sunday, I watched the first episode of Breath of the Wild and it convinced me to finally buy the game. The rest of the day is dedicated to trying it out for the first time. Thanks for all you do. Yeah, you'll love it. You'll love it. It's a big sandbox. And if you go into it thinking that, you'll probably have a lot of fun with it. 21 months from Scrumdunger. Live stream workouts, link donations to reps. Chat will kill you. Yeah, that's one reason not to do it.
Props to Tom, though, who did Ring Fit for Coliseum.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
Well, he was also dressed perfectly. Perfectly. 300 bits from Hogarth VT. Interview update. I think it went well, and I'll be hearing back about it before their March BOE meeting. I don't think there's a demo lesson or second interview, so I think it's hurry up and wait, lest I look like a clown. Well, patience is a virtue. I think one that everyone has a lot of experience with from this past 12 months. Hey, I should run beans. So there you go. Also, Stream Deck isn't exploding. 43% humidity. It has been higher.
Yeah.
I went like a day and a half or 2 days running it on the low setting. I think I should have kept it on high.
Okay. You want to put that on your desk so you can see it better?
No, I like it. I like it where it is because this is the area where the static matters.
Okay.
I never get any shocks on that side of the room.
Okay.
Maybe it's because everything over there is metal. I don't know.
The chair also probably. Because the couch static.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's the other thing. Is this stores a lot of stuff in it. Let's see. We had 600 bits for Shy. He says, someone asks, so what did you do last night? And you say, oh, I went home, played VGs. They give this weird look like it would have been far more socially acceptable to say, oh, I went home and watched porn. Which is funny because from that point, the conversation goes in the same direction. Oh, I haven't done that since high school. Oh, you should check it out. The improvements in graphics alone are phenomenal. Similar wavelength. 300 bits from Courtney D. Smith. I don't drink or smoke weed because of anxiety. I basically don't want to lose control of my body. So while getting my wisdom teeth out, I had an anxiety attack when they were putting me to sleep. Thankfully, because my mom is a nurse, they let her stay with me until I was asleep. Well, that's good. That's good. Everyone is going to, you know, respond to those sorts of things differently. Mm-hmm. I have a lot of, I guess, well, I mean, for one, I don't have anxiety, so that's part of it. And then the other thing is I have an immense amount of innate trust in professionals. Like, I would say medical professionals, but just, I guess, to some extent, professionals in general. I know when something is, like, completely out of my control. Like, I don't know anything about anesthesia. I couldn't do it myself if I wanted to. Or, well, I could. It'd probably go very badly. Whenever I'm put in those sorts of situations, my personal response is like, just go with it, I guess. And I think that's one of the reasons I've done so well with things like anesthesia and doctor visits, is that I just, when I go in, I'm like, okay, this is a person that...
It's nice to have you coaching me through things, because I deal with anxiety a lot, and you don't. So having you be just...
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we've always been a good balance for each other, because there's times where the opposite is true, where, like, I'm not worried about something, and Mao is like, you should clearly be at least a little worried about this. So it's a good balance. But I think it's probably most helpful for you, whenever you're, you know, something's going on, and I can help be like, well, let's look at this by fact, you know. But everyone's gonna be different. I just don't want to scare folks from anesthesia, because I know that there is a fear of that sort of thing, and for the exact same reasons, you know, the idea of, like, not being in control of what is happening. But as far as the danger level of anesthesia is very, very low. It's
Yes, it's very low.
It's not something that you should typically be concerned with. And I ran beans.
You did. You gonna finish your toast?
I'm gonna finish my toast.
Okay.
You think it's sweaty? Doesn't look sweaty. Wonderful.
Good job.
Thank you.
You made toast.
I've done it before.
I know.
God, listen to that water.
I know, there's a lot.
That's a lot of water.
The radar was like, all rain, whole state.
Well, the other thing is that it's raining, and it's going to be raining multiple times throughout the day.
Yeah.
It's not even like, oh, we're getting the rain now.
Is that how
There's
you feel?
there's just gonna be a lot, because you said that it'd probably even be raining like when we were supposed to see everybody.
It's supposed to. Right now, they're saying it might clear up a little bit after lunch and then start raining again shortly after.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Not meeting with everyone today would give me a little time to work on things. If folks haven't noticed, I've been trying very hard to get all the vlogs caught back up. Mm-hmm. Because we were about 9 or 10 days behind just because there was so much other stuff to work on. And now I'm within an earshot. I need to do, I think, two vlogs today. And then things will be caught back up. It was a climb.
Yeah.
It was a climb. Like, getting that far behind, that's hard. And when I think about the fact that, the old timeline was like months behind, I'm like, no wonder it's taken years.
Yeah.
No wonder. It's so difficult. I'm just keeping all of these thoughts in mind. Like, how it feels.
Yeah. To prevent it from happening again?
Yeah. Like, a very big motivator is stress. It's a big motivator. So anytime in the future where I'm like, things are starting to slip, I could be like, no, don't let this happen, because you've been there and you know what it feels like, and it's awful. And
it's worse
it is.
than the stress of being behind.
Yes. Yes. There's powerful motivators. Fear, powerful motivator. Stress, powerful motivator. Anxiety. Armor Frog says experience is a very, very powerful teacher. Yep. I have walked through the valley, and funny thing about the valley, it's a valley, and it's awful, and I'd rather be on the mountain. So,
No more albatross eggs.
the question is, could you poach an albatross egg?
You just don't want them to become albatrosses.
Sorry, I had to bring it full circle.
I know you did.
The Valley of Albatrosses. Oh.
Ooh, Kepi. You, Kepi.
I think he's fine with the rain as long as he's in the lap.
When I woke up from Scorpion Dream... He was curled so tightly, like, in the crook of your legs, like, between your butt and your knee, just like...
Yeah.
And I scratched his little head. I just went, like, right between his ears. And he was so tired, he did not move or look at me. He was just so sleepy.
Yeah, he's a cutie. Would it be edible? I mean, yeah. I don't know. I assume that you can eat albatrosses and eggs. I don't know enough about that. 500 bits from Zeta program. Good morning to you both. Had not had enough sleep and now feeling some anxiety over today. Hopefully I managed to get through today since I returned to work.
Good
Good
vibes.
vibes. Good vibes. Not having enough sleep, it can definitely wreck a day. So
Yeah.
I understand that feeling. Just push through the best you can. Maybe get some caffeine, and then just tell yourself to try and get in bed early tonight. There's definitely been a few days, especially recently, that we've been in the same boat, where I wake up and I'm like, I have not had quite enough sleep, and I'm just gonna try and get through things the best I can. 300 bits from DC Racer. Turn up for not being born with wisdom teeth or them not forming. Also prayers for North Louisiana / East Texas. They're getting hammered again today. Yeah, I hope that everyone dealing with the again, it's not just the temperatures. It's the things that come from the temperatures.
Yeah.
I hope everyone stays warm and well. And yeah, if you weren't born with wisdom teeth, that's actually quite helpful.
Someone we know only has 3. They did not get a 4th.
Coffee.
So I got oh, wild. Rachel says, fun fact, Mark thought he already had his wisdom teeth. Wrong, he's getting them now at 32. Oh, God.
I posted Cappy.
Oh, I want to see.
It's gone.
Oh, well.
I can show you, though.
Okay.
It Cappy.
That is a cutie. Yeah, I have all of mine, but now I'm like, wait, do I? Yes, I do.
Yes, you never had yours removed.
But did they all come in?
I don't know. You could count.
1,
Oh my gosh. Another time, like
2. Wait, how do I know if it's a wisdom tooth or just a molar?
you could just count how many molars you have.
How many are you supposed to have?
I don't know.
Certainly, I have on mine.
Wisdom teeth is the 3rd molar. You also have premolars, though, so don't get those confused.
I definitely have 3 molars. What's a premolar?
That's like here.
Okay, I think I have all of mine.
I think you do too.
I think I have all of mine. I'm pretty sure. But that caused me a concern briefly. I was like, oh God, what if I don't have all of mine? What if I'm gonna get another one soon? What if then I have to have dental work on that molar?
Then you would have to have dental work.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah, I think I have all of mine. My mouth is really big. I actually have room for extra teeth.
I know.
Like, I guess this is normal, but like, I feel like there's some room back there for some more teeth to come in. I don't think they're going to, but I'm just saying, if my body was like, you know what, another set of wisdom teeth, I think I got room for them in there. I think I could. I could just be a human teeth machine. Just if you need something chewed.
Chaz hates that too.
Chaz hates about 50% of the things that come out of my mouth, including my teeth. 300 bits from Danny X6. Scorpion Dream coming to PS5 summer 2022.
Coffee.
Scorpion Dream sounds like the next game from who's the guy that did Jason? Jason the game. I can't remember. David Cage. Yes. I think you should not. David Cage. Sounds like the next game from David Cage. Also, I love that I can just say Jason the game and people are like, we know what you're talking about. 30 bits from Bellringer. The weather is nice and sunny here in the UK. Well, that's good. At least somewhere on Earth is enjoying some quality weather. 7 months from Deathblade. Hope you're all good this morning. Bad news, good news. Bad, your little baby had to have surgery yesterday on his skull. Good, he's recovering amazingly and he's acting like his good old normal self. Should be back home just for Breath of the Wild. Oof. Well, I'm glad that the surgery went well.
Good vibes for recovery.
Yeah, I mean, it's still, even though recovery is going amazing, let's just have good vibes for, like, continued amazing recovery. At least you get to enjoy Breath of the Wild, though. That part's good. 300 bits from Matt and Satsy. So, an albatross lays 1 egg every 2 years, and they're said to have a fishy taste, unless you soak it overnight. So you really need to be willing to do a mighty fine job of poaching that egg. I bet that's an expensive egg.
Yeah.
If you only have 1 egg every 2 years, that is an expensive egg. It also sounds like it's just not a good egg.
Kepler, that was adorable.
I mean, most of
He
what it
just
does.
stretched and reached a paw out and put it on your hand holding the plate.
Mm-hmm. He's just comfy and happy. It's very expensive. Thank you, Silent Companion. Yeah, I've been all tied up in knots over this ostrich thing because they're big. But the albatross egg is rare. One day, I will eat all of the eggs.
No. We're not making that a thing.
Could be a thing. Just a little bit.
No.
They're also long egg. Okay, someone tweet me a picture. I know I want to see this after the stream. Let's announce what we're doing today.
It's Thursday.
That means the continuation of Pikmin mission mode.
Uh-huh.
It also means Bowser's Fury.
Uh-huh.
As a reminder, Extra Life has been pushed to Sunday and Monday. I'll be completely honest with you. As of this current moment in time, I don't have a video ready for First 20 on Friday. If I can get one ready, then I will. If I can do one, then I will. Whether that's Dan covering it, or editing it, or me doing it. If I can't get one ready, I will release an Extra Life. So there will be something in that slot, but I don't want to commit to it at this point in time, just because I don't know what today will hold. We'll see. Otherwise, I plan on catching up vlogs. Let Tom fix it for you.
Skiing time. You could play Ski Free.
That would be odd, but yes. Project Triangle is one I'm interested in. Like it, full transparency. If I have the opportunity to play that today and it doesn't take forever, that's why I was asking about the time earlier. Then it'd be actually kind of fun to do that. However,
time. You want to get vlogs done.
We'll see. Yeah, if I have time to do it, then I will. If I don't have time, I'll release Extra Life. So, Silver Kate says, have you planned the next Bowser's Fury stream? I believe so. Not tomorrow, but next week. So tomorrow will still be Breath of the Wild, and I believe that next Friday we're going to
play more of it.
We're going to skip doing Breath of the Wild and do Bowser's Fury instead.
Yeah.
So it'll be a bit of a change up because we've been doing Breath of the Wild a lot. The good news is we are so far ahead on Breath of the Wild compared to the YouTube version, that it does not matter. We could probably take like 2 months, 3 months off of doing Breath of the Wild, and still the YouTube version wouldn't be caught up. That's how far ahead we are. It's just really, really far ahead. But yeah, Breath of the Wild tomorrow, but next week I believe we'll actually go back to Mario with the intent of finishing Mario. And hopefully we can.
Yeah.
Might push the stream a little long next week.
To finish it?
If it means finishing it, just because I really want to try and get that all done. 300 bits from Goldmage, who says, 2 of these are real animals, 2 of these are things Steven made up in Let's Plays. Can you tell which? Bonus if you remember which Let's Plays. Fish monkey, dodo chicken, clownfish, chicken lizard, antlion, moose snail. Wait, 2 are real, 2 are things I made up? But there's 6 things! So 2 must be, like, completely fake. An antlion...
Half-Life?
...is from Half-Life. But maybe that's real. Is an antlion real? No, that's not real. Clownfish is real. Clownfish is 100% real. After that, I'm lost. Chicken lizard? Or fish monkey? I don't know.
Kippies.
I'm going to say chicken lizard. Antlion is real. It sounded real. So it's got to be clownfish and antlion then. Because that sounded... Okay, yeah, that sounded real. Alright, so antlion and clownfish. I don't remember the things I made up, which is bad because it's me, but also I very rarely remember things that I made up. It's funny because, you know, a lot of times people get really attached to some of the commentary. Mm-hmm. The thing is, I'm really just free-flowing, you know, train of thought while I'm playing a game. So a lot of times I don't remember that specific thing. Chaz. It's fine. It's fine. With that, I think we'll get wrapped up. I'll try and get the vlogs out pretty soon.
We gotta run to the post office.
Okay.
A post office.
Relatively soon. Well, we should go to our post office so we can check mail.
I guess, yeah.
We'll get things relatively taken care of, and I'll get the vlogs out next little bit. And you know, I'd like to get a first 20-year demo Friday out tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. 300 from Gold Mage, Fish Monkeys from Metal Slug. Oh, Dodo Chickens from DKC, one of them. Both are memorable moments. Antlions are the larval form of a dragonfly that dragonfly-like creature that make trap pits in the sand. I remember Fish Monkey now. I actually remember Dodo Chicken too. That's from DKC Returns. I'm almost positive. Almost positive it's DKC Returns. It's definitely not the first three. Neat. All right, that's it. Thank you all. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, join us for more Breath of the Wild. It'll be the last Breath of the Wild for
2 weeks.
For 2 weeks. So if you like Zelda, don't miss it. See you tomorrow night for the thing I just said. Zelda time.
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.